This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report, big games with some of the Bay Area's very best teams. We'll have St. Francis taking on St. Ignatius, Palo Alto meets Los Gatos, and Las Lomas faces league rival Clayton Valley.
South San and Terra Nova meet in Peninsula Girls Hoops. Soccer action includes Bellarmine and Mitty, and the story of the vocal leader at James Lick overcoming a stutter. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight at St. Mary's College in Moraga, where two of Northern California's best teams met in a Martin Luther King Day game. Modesto Christian coming into the game with a 13-2 record with outstanding Cal Poly commit Junior Ballard leading the Crusaders, averaging 25 points a game.
Yeah, but the Bay Area's #1 team, Salesian, has UConn commit James Akinjo, who is very fun to watch. Salesian and Modesto Christian this week. Two of the very best teams in Northern California squaring off at Salesian taking on Modesto Christian. The Pride on fire early. UConn-bound senior James Akinjo with some dribble moves. He passes to Jaden McClanahan, who hits for three. Modesto Christian looking to answer, but Javon McClanahan gets the steal and finds Joshua Jefferson for the rip. It's a 6-point Salesian lead after one. Salesian trying to extend the lead in the second, but Aaron Murphy with the steal, and he's off to the races and throwing it down. The Crusaders still on the attack. Michael Pearson dishes to Junior Ballard, who fires and hits from downtown. But the Pride weathers the Crusaders' storm. Tyler Brinkman on the pass to Akinjo, who makes it splash from deep as Salesian takes a 31-21 lead at the half. The Pride continuing. Jefferson kicks it out to McClanahan, who sinks the open J for three. Salesian keeping it going on offense. Akinjo dribbling past the defender, lays it up and in, but the Crusaders right back at him. Get back on defense. It's Murphy again taking the pass and slamming it home with some flair. But Akinjo takes over the game from there. He takes the pass, works to get himself free, and hits from beyond the arc. Salesian still on the attack as Akinjo dishes to Jefferson, who gets the two-handed rip as the Pride wins it 76-62 over Modesto Christian. It's their 14th win of the season. Akinjo leading all scorers with 35 points.
The Gun Titans getting set to take on Milpitas in league play Wednesday night. The Titans were looking good in the first. Evan Dre takes the pass, drives to the hoop. His first shot is off, but he gets the rebound and lays it in for the three-point play. The Titans on the attack again. The first shot is off. Colin Grant shows off his hustle, fighting for the rebound. Cleans it up for two as Gun takes a 4-point lead after one. Second quarter and the Trojans rally back. Aaron Tumber kicks it to Jose Bermudez. In the corner, he drills the three-pointer. And Milpitas continues to make it rain. DJ Gunabi to Justin Barnett. Kea, he shoots and scores. Trojans with a 5-point lead at the half. Here, Barnett Kea makes it splash from way downtown. But the Titans fight back. Will Roth going coast to coast on the fast break, and he lays it in for the and one. Milpitas comes right back, though. The first shot is off, but the big man, Trayvon Myers, gets the board and dishes it to Eugene Lea, and he lays it in for two. Gun not letting up without a fight. Ellie Russo attacking the basket. He gets a circus shot to go for another three-point play. But the Trojans had answers for every Titan run. Gunabi drives into the hoop. He banks it in for two as Milpitas wins at 59-56 over Gun. Barnett Kea with 25 points.
First place on the line in the West Alameda County Foothill League as Castro Valley takes on Bishop O'Dowd. The Trojans looking good early on. Victoria Nelson with the pass to Vivian Wu, and she swishes the running floater. But back come the Dragons. This is Jada Holland going coast to coast on the fast break, and she lays it up and in. BOD on the attack again. Lexi Love finds Daly Dunn from downtown Oakland as the Dragons take a 4-point lead after one. Second quarter, Bishop O'Dowd continuing where they left off. Kennedy Johnson kicks it to Holland. She makes it splash from beyond the arc. Castro Valley trying to stay in it. Kaylani Uto passes to Peyton Stanberry. She drives to the hoop and lays it in for two, but O'Dowd holds a 5-point lead at the half. The Dragons begin to pull away in the second half. Holland takes the pass, and she's going coast to coast again for the easy lay-in. The Trojans not letting up without a fight. Uto kicks it out to Bianca Greer, and she drills from three-point land. The Dragons keep the momentum going, though. Kilty to Holland, who gets another lay-in as Bishop O'Dowd wins at 66-52 over Castro Valley to go to 3-0 in league. Holland with 21 points for the Dragons.
The Gunderson Grizzlies getting warmed up for their match against the Piedmont Hill Pirates Monday night. Piedmont Hill's off to a strong start. Lawrence Hermes gains possession. He passes it to Isaac Padilla. He sends it back to Hermes and connecting with Luis Villalzavo for the goal. The Pirates on the board, leading 1-0. It's all Gunderson action from here. Isaac Gonzalez finds Jerry Gonzalez. Jerry dribbles for a while, dodging the defense. He shoots it from long range, tying the score at 1-1 to close the first half. Into the second, Gunderson on the attack. Jason Yanez in control of the ball. Yanez links with Isaac Gonzalez, and he nails it from just within the box, giving the Grizzlies another goal, 2-1. And you don't want to miss this next play. Christian Vieira passes it to Ociel Vallejo. He gets it to Yanez, and check him out. Yanez sends the ball up and over the keeper into the back of the net from downtown, bringing the match to an end, 3-1. The Gunderson Grizzlies staying undefeated in league, adding a 4th win to their streak. Goals coming from Isaac Gonzalez, Jerry Gonzalez, and Yanez.
Each week, the Rica Center presents the Player of the Week award.
The announcement made in a wrap produced by the hip hop department at the Rica Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Rikers Sense. Meaty high school center stone is Haley Jones. Every game is like a drew, opponents feel like cones. Doomed, yeah, when Haley's in the zone. Hit you with a shimmy, leave you with 10 broken bones. She got that jelly like a middle name is Scone. Coming for the kill, so paramedics in the dome. Number 1 in the US, you know it's Haley's throne. So move out of the way and call the police from your phone. NCS's Dallas Rider dropped 20 points on Washington like it was nada. Smack the opposition like a piñata. Hit fight from outside, is he a shooter, he a sniper. Still undefeated in league, he's the man they pay to see. It's so easy, obviously he scores on will for free. No opposition, there's no way to stop this man. Is going in regardless, so just put up a hand. These are your players of the week. These are your players of the week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
The clavicle, or collarbone, is frequently fractured in sports. This often happens when you fall onto the side of your shoulder and the force is loaded on the long, thin clavicle, causing it to break. Usually, this can just be treated with rest in a sling and heal just fine. Surgery involving a metal plate with screws is sometimes needed for fractures that are so out of position that the risk of improper healing is high. Clavicle fractures can often take 2 to 3 months to heal without surgery. In healing a broken bone, it's all about blood supply, and this comes from surrounding muscles. Bones like the clavicle have a large percentage of bone not covered by thick muscle. This makes the clavicle refracture an issue if you try to go back to play too soon. It is critical to talk with your doctor and follow up with x-ray examinations to avoid this problem.
Coming up, the Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game, Mission Valley League rivals Moreau Catholic and Newark Memorial.
And girls soccer action with Freedom and Liberty next. But first, here's the World Games Top 10 girls basketball poll.
The #1 Hellcat dealer in the world, South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, is announcing the all-new Get Your Hellcat deal for just $569 per month plus tax. Get your bird on. That's not all. We're the #1 Pacifica hybrid dealer in the country, and we're offering a $4,000 discount on every single Pacifica 8-passenger in stock. Go green and save green. Over 900 vehicles on sale, so make the right decision in 2018. Join the Brotherhood of Muscle. Start something new with the #1 dealer in the USA, South County Chrysler Jeep Dodge Fiat Ram in Gilroy.
At Stanford Healthcare, we can now repair complex aortic aneurysms without invasive surgery. If we can do that, imagine what we can do for varicose veins. And if we can precisely treat eye cancer with minimal damage to the rest of the eye, imagine what we can do for glaucoma, even cataracts. If we can use DNA to diagnose the rarest of diseases, imagine what we can do for the conditions that affect us all. Imagine what we can do for you.
The Rica Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rica Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service service requirements.
We're back at Levi Stadium with our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. The Mission Valley League was really tight starting this week with 5 teams within 1 game of first place Moreau Catholic. The Mariners are a perfect 4-0 with 4 3-1 teams right behind them.
That's right, and one of those teams is Newark Memorial, looking to sink the Mariners Friday night. It's our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, and Aubrey was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
The Mission Valley League is one of the toughest in the Bay Area. Tonight we have 2 outstanding teams battling out. The defending NorCal champions, Moreau Catholic Mariners, sitting at 5-0 against league opponents. Dallas Ryder being a huge reason for that. He's at double digits, scoring in each of the Mariners' 5 Mission Valley League games. Junior Caleb Belt and senior Jabal Frenchwood have been a force for Newark Memorial. The Cougars coming into this game with a 4-1 league record, looking to dethrone the first place Moreau Catholic Mariners in our block construction Blockbuster game! First quarter, Newark Memorial first to score, but L.J. Anderson shakes off a defender and lays it in to tie it up at a bucket apiece. The Cougars came out guns blazing. Isaiah Cabrera gets it from Endigo Coleman, and he sinks the 3 ball to go up 7-4. That was the beginning of a Newark run. L.J. Fullhaus to Jamal Frenchwood, 4-3. Cougars with a 9-point lead after 1. Second quarter, Moreau on a fast break. L.J. Anderson gets it over to Glenn Bird. Bird with the lay-in, but the Cougars are not going away. Navion Reed pulls up, gets the mid-range jumper. He's a freshman, 11-point lead for the Cougs. But Moreau is the defending NorCal champs for a reason. Junepool lands a shot from downtown, and the Mariners trail by only 3 at the half. Third quarter, both teams playing great defense. Coleman goes for the high-flying layup, is fouled, and the basket is good. Here, Moreau trailing by 8. Leonard Turner with 3 Cougs on him. He shakes one off and lays it in to cut the deficit to 6. 5 minutes left to play. Cougs tossing it around. The ball finds the hands of Caleb Belt, and that was a very good thing. 2 minutes later, we have the same deal here. Belt finds Rainey Reyes Bennett, and he nails the long shot to go up by 10. And we're going to follow this play to the other side of the court, where Emil Fields is waiting in the corner. He tosses it up, and it is good. Here the Mariners are up by 1 now, but Frenchwood with the physical layup, and he gets the and 1. The Cougars take down Moreau Catholic. A huge win for Newark Memorial. Here's Frenchwood and Coleman after the game.
It was good. We had a lot of fans. You know, they came out to support. My teammates played good. We played good D, and I'm just proud of the win.
We knew they had shooters. We knew we had to guard them a certain way. They had good ball handlers, and we really just executed.
Crosstown rivals Freedom and Liberty meeting in this rainy soccer match. First few minutes of the games, the Liberty Lions looking to get things started, but Freedom's own Brianna Odell is there to keep this game scoreless. A few moments later, the Falcons' own Izzy Midgley looking for Jackie Macedo, but deflects it off the defender, comes right back to her as she scores the first goal of the game for the Freedom Falcons. Final moments of the first half, Freedom looking to add more damage, but Kaylin Adams is right there with the diving save. The ball was just inches away from the goal line. Second half now, Nicole Schaefer's long shot bounces off the keeper, and Kylie Zettner comes in with a follow-up to tie the game at 1-1. But the Falcons come back fighting. It's Lindsay Bubniak managing to find Caitlin Brinkman inside the box. She slides it past the keeper, and Freedom takes a 2-1 lead. Last chance for the Lions to tie it up. Sophia Gallardo from 30 yards out, but Odell is there again. She was a brick wall all night as the Freedom Falcons take this one to stay undefeated in the Bay Valley League.
Valley Health Plan and the San Jose Earthquakes present our Soccer Players of the Week each week. This week's Boys Soccer Player of the Week is Oscar Mendez from the Ignacio Valley team. Oscar had a goal in the Warriors' 4-0 win last week.
The Girls Soccer Player of the Week is Mountain View Spartan Bethann Perry. The senior midfielder scored a goal and had 2 assists in a game last week to help the Spartans stay undefeated on the season. Sereno Group and the 49ers bring us the Coach of the Week award each week. This week's Coach of the Week is Piedmont Hills head coach Pete Simos. The longtime Pirate head coach had his team at 13-1 to start this week, all alone in first place in the Mount Hamilton division.
The Pirates picked up 2 big league wins against tough opponents last week, so Pete Simos is this week's 49ers Sereno Group Coach of the Week.
Coming up, the battle for first place in the De Anza division as Palo Alto takes on Los Gatos.
But first, here's a tip from one of the sports offered at the Silver Creek Sportsplex.
Hi, I'm Coach Gio, and today we'll be talking about cutting. Cutting is useful when you want to quickly and laterally change direction and get around a defender. When you're cutting, you can either cut with the inside or the outside of your foot. Take a few dribbles with the ball in one direction and quickly use the inside of your foot to cut the other way. Or you could do it with the outside of your foot, quickly leaning forward and cutting the ball the other way.
The World Games All-Star Basketball game is coming up March 25th at Oracle Arena. The game will feature the best boys and girls basketball players from Northern and Southern California playing on the home court of the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. Vote for your favorite All-Star right now at WorldGamesTournament.org and have a chance to win tickets to the game and an autographed Stephen Curry jersey. Get your tickets for the All-Star game at WorldGamesTournament.org. Everyone attending gets a Kevin Durant bobblehead. The 2018 High School California All-Star Game presented by World Games. For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast, transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures since 1970. In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year, annually going out to 24 different organizations. Serino Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andry, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
We are the Bellman Bells. We love America and 49er Cal High Sports Award.
Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with a big game in the De Anza division, Palo Alto comes into this week the only undefeated team in the league, but 4 teams were in striking distance of the first place Vikings.
And the Los Gatos team was just 1 game back. The Wildcats at 11-4 have played very well this season and are looking to sink the Pirates Friday night.
The captains meeting at midcourt as Palo Alto takes on Los Gatos in a De Anza division marathon. Cats on top first. It's Frankie Palisso to Dylan Belquist, and the finger roll goes. Pally has an answer. Paul Jackson, the third, dishes to Jared Wilburn. In the corner, nothing but net. Vikes up 10-7. Second quarter, Pally keeps the momentum going. Bryant Jefferson drives to the hoop and gets the tough lay-in and 1. But the Cats rally back and bring it to within 2 as Alex Braken-Guelke muscles through the paint and gets the bucket for the 3-point play. Back from the half, Los Gatos gets hot. Here's Palisso to Belquist, and the 6'6" forward drains the 3, and the Cats lead by 4. Pally keeps pace in the fourth. It's William Schlemmer to Spencer Rohan, and he scoops it to Matt Dorward, who ties it at 53-all. Vikes keep rolling as they take the lead with a nice 3 by Schlemmer with 4:30 to go. But LG punches back. It's Belquist getting the pass and making it splash from downtown. 61-59 Wildcats, and with seconds left to play, Pally sends this one to OT as Jackson III gets the board and converts the second chance and 1. It's 63-all at the end of regulation. Los Gatos starts overtime. Braken-Guelke finds Cade Tormina, and he drills it from deep. Vikings answer back, though. It's Schlemmer to Rohan for 2. We're going to double overtime. It's 68-all, but Pally takes control in the second OT. Schlemmer connecting with Rohan in the paint for 2 as the Vikings take the hard-fought victories in double overtime. Pally now 5-0 in the De Anza lead.
Now to Pacifica for South City and Terra Nova, each of these teams hoping to hand the other its first league loss. The Warriors' Darlene Miller goes down hard, diving for the rebound. Jumpers miss, and Miller is there with the putback. And here's South City threatening again. Gabby Natividad to Alex Solis from 3-point range, and the Warriors take the 14-2 lead with under 3 minutes remaining in the first. A minute later, and Miller sees Avila in front of the Tigers bench. Nothing but net. Avila with a splash, 17-7 Warriors. Second quarter, Terra Nova begins heating up. Eva Krestov drives to the hoop with 3 Warriors in front of her. Basket and 1. Tigers down by 9. And here's some nice ball movement here by Nova, Numi Saini, Venus Pascua, Kennedy Armstrong. I know you're wondering, she's 6 feet 5 inches tall. Approaching the half here, South City up by 8. Avila hits Natividad in stride, 28-18 Warriors at the half. Third quarter, Saini with the pass to Armstrong. I guess it helps being the tallest one on the court. 17 points on the night for her. Fourth quarter, Warrior point guard Brittany Sedeno takes the long shot and it pays off. South City wins it 54-34. Sedeno with 12 points.
The Mini Monarchs getting their wings warmed up for the match against the Bellarmine Bells Wednesday afternoon. We skip right to the second half with no score. Bellarmine looking to send one into the net, but keeper Matt Rose is there to stop that one for Midi. Midi on the attack now, but check out Matt Martin here. The ball is in midair, and Martin gets the save before another Monarch has the chance to shoot. Nicely done there. Bellarmine back in possession. Paxton Hall centering pass to Luis Martinez, but Rose is too good at protecting the net for the Monarchs. A chance for Midi here as the Monarchs send the ball into the box. Mika Cinco with the bicycle kick, but Martin is there for the save for the Bells. But the Monarchs get on the board here. Josh Robertson connects with Oscar Toulet, who sends the ball spinning into the corner of the net, giving the Monarchs a 1-0 lead to end the game. And the Monarchs were super stoked about the late goal by Toulet. The Midi Monarchs staying undefeated in the WCAL with a 2-0-3 record. Toulet with the only goal in the game.
Each week, we bring you stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Aubrey, tonight we bring you the story of a young woman who is a vocal team captain on her basketball team. Marquise Nelson is talented and confident, quite a difference from where she was just 4 years ago.
Let's go, ladies. 5 more.
Basketball practice for the James Lick Comets. Team captain Marquise Nelson talks with her teammates, urging them to get better. Marquise has come a long way to become this vocal leader. As a child, she had a severe stuttering problem.
It became really bad, I'll say, in my second grade-ish, just because it was when I started speaking more, and then my teacher started to notice oh, she has a little problem stuttering, right? And then so at that point I just stopped trying to speak in public to anybody else, and then I just tried to hide in a little shell.
Growing up, Marquise and her family moved around a lot. Everywhere she went, other kids would tease and bully. Marquise had a tough time gaining confidence.
Good shot. Yeah, just certain nights, especially in middle school, just because a lot of my friends would make fun of me for it, and then I'll just come home wow, I'm not like them. I can't speak like them, so I'm different in a bad way, you know. So it was very discouraging.
Ever since we were in 8th grade in middle school, she would always stutter, right? And then it was really bad. A lot of kids would pick on her. So then to see her progress and be more confident is very amazing.
The stuttering shut Marquise down. Instead of being social, she would pull into a shell and not talk at all.
I just felt very discouraged that I felt oh, I wasn't like anybody else. Oh, she stutters, she can't talk, and then so I usually just never talked. Hey, let's go, let's pick it up.
But gradually, the stuttering went away. After 8th grade, Marquise started gaining the confidence she needed to speak in front of people.
My 8th grade year, I moved to California, and it was in middle school, and I didn't know anyone. So then I had to, try to make friends. And in that particular school, we had a lot of oral communications, and then so I had to practice talking to people, talking in front of people, and then so it got better.
As you can tell, Marquise is now a very confident speaker, and that helps with her basketball.
When I first heard from her about her having a stuttering problem, I honestly didn't believe it because she told me a month after I made her captain for being the vocal leader. So I think it's a great story of having her being able to have a stuttering problem and not being really comfortable with herself to being the team captain of our team right now.
You might think as captain, Marquise would be disappointed with the Comets' 5-10 pre-league record, but that's not the case.
This year is something special. We have a new coach, and we've been winning more games than we have been. Preseason we'll lose all of them and win 2 games league, but then this year we actually have a good chance of winning league, you know? And in the past years, no kind of chance.
The Comets look forward to their league season and a chance to win their first league title in many years, something that speaks volumes about their team captain, their vocal leader.
It feels very good. Like, it feels good to know that like I can talk to like a group of people and I can talk to my friends and not having to worry about like stuttering and then having them laugh at me or just stuff like that. It feels very proud of myself, you know?
It is really great to see so much optimism at James Lick with girls basketball. This hasn't happened in a long time. And of course, Marquise, a big reason why.
And we'll see highlights later in the show. We'll see how they do. Awesome. One Hit Away brings us concussion prevention tips every week.
Here's Darren Sidibaca with this week's tip.
Empower yourself and your teammates with tomorrow's practice by adopting the 4 pillars of brain healing and brain health. Start with educating about the seriousness of subconcussions and concussions on the brain. Prepare with proper nutrition and hydration before, during, and after play. Have a concussion treatment and plan that is approved by a doctor. Have a brain healing plan for a full recovery. If hit 1 more or 2 more or many more times, you may place yourself in a very difficult predicament. One Hit Away understands your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's a South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Sarah battles Bellarmine.
And Palo Alto battles Los Gatos in girls hoops next.
The San Francisco 49ers are committed to helping kids live a healthy, active lifestyle.
You're plenty fast enough. You're plenty fast. Exchange, exchange. Good. Go, 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 go.
Check out 49ers.com/YF to see how you can get involved.
On top, Godoy, a blast from distance, bombs away, and a ball, Godoy! There's Lima! Nick Lima continues his ascent in Major League Soccer. Wondolowski, Godoy, in a bunch to die!
Go! 49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikers Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. That means a reporter on scene, team interviews, and Game of the Week t-shirts. This week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week is from the West Catholic League, Sarah meeting Bellarmine.
The Dub Cal is really tough again this season with Bellarmine and St. Francis undefeated at 4-0. The Lancer highlights coming up later on in the show, but right now here is the Bells and the Padres in this week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week. The Bells without star guard Jake Wojcik, but the Bells fans still believe they will win. Kendall Stubblefield could not be stopped in this one. Big K going the length of the court and floating it home. Nate Metzger doing a great job picking up some of the scoring slack as he drives hard to the rack for 2. But this one was tight most of the way. The Padres led by Henry James with the jumper in the paint. But the Bells maintain a tight first-half lead as sophomore Quinn Denker with a nice look inside to sophomore Constantine Cole, and 1 and a hug from Big K. More Bells second quarter on the run. Stubblefield ahead to Connor Despy with the Steph Curry dunk. Now Big K posting up way outside, works his way in, pump fake. I love the pump fake. Sarah had no answer for that. Third quarter and more Stubblefield, this time showing off his mid-range jumper. But Sarah keeping it close as Henry hits for 3 right here. It's a 1-point game, 32-31. The Bells keep coming. It's Karen Cruz tossing over to Despy for a fancy 2, 34-31 Bellarmine Bells. Late in the third, Despy driving and dishing to Metzger, flying to the rack, 38-36 Bells. Bellarmine now, nice ball movement into the corner for Karen Cruz, and he is money, 44-38 Bellarmine. Fourth quarter now, and the Padres looking to come back, but Stubblefield with a big-time rejection. Oh, my. And look at Metzger crossover, double pump. Oh, that was nice. And when Gio Sasso hits the corner three, it's a 10-point lead for the Bells. He is so sassy. Sarah makes a run led by Colin McCarthy. Colin here driving for two, but the Bells hang on. Cruz here for two and the foul as Bellarmine goes to 5-0 in the West Catholic League. The boys talking about their big win after the game. And here they are for an impressive win tonight. The Bellarmine Bells. Congratulations, guys. Right here with me, Kendall Stubblefield, 26 points tonight. So, Kendall, you get the MVP t-shirt. Congratulations on that. Big K, talk about this win tonight. Always tough in the West Catholic League and a battle again tonight.
It was a big win. Got to step up. Everybody stepped up playing without Jake, and coaches prepared us well, and we came here and got the win. And
you guys have had not only Jake's injury, but some illness, some flu on the trip and everything. What's that been like trying to overcome all that?
We just got to stay strong on and off the court and be prepared for practice, but when it comes to practice, we're ready.
Another senior, Nate Metzger, doing a great job leading this team tonight as a point guard against a real tough Sarah team. Talk about the preparation of this game and how you guys prepare for West Catholic League.
We worked hard. We watched a lot of film. We went hard in practice, and it was a good win. But on to the next one.
And with that, you guys have some big games coming up. St. Francis next week. What's the attitude going into those games?
Work hard all the time, defense, and just get stops, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, defense in the West Catholic League, that's what it's all about. Kieran Cruz here. Kieran, talk about this team. These guys, some seniors, but some young guys on the team. What's that like?
Yeah, we got a good mix. I think it's been great to see how much work the young guys have been putting in practice, especially the guys that don't necessarily get as much PT. They're always pushing us. This is a real team effort. Everyone contributed to this. So, it's a good team win. It's a tough team. There's no easy games in DeKalb.
Very good. Patrick Snyder and the coaches doing a great job for the Bellarmine Bells. Big win tonight. Take us out with a cheer, guys.
Back to girls basketball with the Los Gatos Wildcats hosting the Palo Alto Vikings. Pally gets on the board first. Carly Leong feeling confident behind the arc early as she sinks the three. But the Wildcats answer back. Gina Gelfman tosses it to Sabrina Belquist, and she hits the long ball. Cats lead 14-8 at the end of the first. Pally showing some great hustle here. Watch this steal by Leong. She breaks towards the basket and finishes strong for two to tie it up at 14-all. This one went back and forth all night. Los Gatos jumps back in front here. Olivia Loda Belquist to Gelfman. Nails the three for the 4-point lead. Fourth quarter, Pally on a fast break. Grace Thayer feeds it to wide open Annika Shaw, and she lays it up and in. The Vikes lead 44-35. Los Gatos still in it, though. Alexa Wong with a great pass to Belquist. She comes in with the escape dribble and hits it from downtown. She went back-to-back from behind the arc. Pally on the attack here. Shaw with some great ball control. She puts it up and banks it in. That'll seal the deal for the Vikings as they go on to win it 52-50. Pally now 5-0 in the De Anza League with a big game for Leong.
Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Christopher Rendon Ibarra from the Moreau Catholic basketball team. When Christopher isn't on the court, he's giving back to his former middle school by helping lead immersion trips with 8th graders. Christopher tells us why this is so important to him.
I've been to that school 9 years, and they've done a lot for me. They got me here, a lot of recommendations. So they did a lot for me and my family, so I really appreciate that. I just feel like I should give back.
Coming up, first place at stake in the Diablo Foothill League as undefeated Clayton Valley meets Las Lomas.
And we'll see Marquise Nelson and her James Lick Comets in action next. Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio with the battle for the league lead in the Diablo Foothill League. 3 teams had opening night wins last week, with 2 of those teams meeting this week.
Las Lomas featuring talented senior guard Nate Robinson, while the Ugly Eagles have another great senior forward, Nick Klarman. First place on the line Friday night. The Blue Crew pack in the stands for this important league game. Garrett Pasco on the attack here, assisting Roman Merritt. Merritt nails the 3-ball from the corner to put Clayton Valley on the board. You don't want to miss this next one. Nate Robinson for Las Lomas tosses it to Robert Prince. He sends the ball up and Robinson alley-oops the 2-handed dunk. You'll see that one in Plays of the Week. Into the second, Cash Gober finds Jason Holman and he sinks it from behind the arc. We're approaching the halfway point. Merritt to Cooper to Domi, fights off a defense. 4-3. What a shot. 32-27 Clayton Valley to close the half. Third quarter, Robinson, Payne, alley-oop. but it's all ugly Eagles action from there. Zach Martinez with the steal. He passed it to Pasco, and he sends the ball down the court to J.D. Williams for the layup and one. Fourth quarter, Williams to Shinjin Spear. He drains it. Nothing but net. Another three for Clayton Valley. And we're going to see Nick Claremon's fourth three of the night. Dribble, shot, brings it home. The Blue Crew charges the court as the ugly Eagles take this one 82-63. Clayton Valley staying undefeated overall with 18 wins.
The James Lick fans out in full force to support their Lady Comets. The Comets in charge early and often. In this one on the break, it goes Maylene T to Miranda Sanchez, back inside to Marquise Nelson, and our friend Marquise hits for two. The big story in this game was Maylene T, who hit 7 3-pointers in this game. It's T for 3. But the Royals have a fine player of their own, Joyce Jusey, running the court and finishing here. But the Comets dominating this game. Nice pass here on the break by Sierra Salas inside to Dulce Jacobo for 2. Second half now, and the Comets continue to score. It's Jacobo inside for 2, and the foul. And here she is again. It's T for 3, and she is really good at that. And the Comets have a big lead. Jusey can hit for 3 as well. The Royals captain with 17 points on the night, but Jacobo goes inside to Marquise. Both players had 9 points for the Comets. T had a game-high 30 points as James Lick goes to 2-0 in league play. The James Lick Comets all alone in first place.
Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrate players who go all out for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customers.
Doing the dirty work this week is Mitty's Haley Jones, one of the top recruits in the nation. Haley not afraid to play a little defense as she gets the steal here and scores. The junior also scoring her 1,000th point in that game. Haley Jones doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to CalHighSportsBayArea.com to order.
Be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. Like us on Facebook so we can keep you in the loop, and subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when new videos are ready to watch.
South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our Bay Area young people.
So every week they'll present a driving tip on how our teens can drive more safely. Here's this week's safe driving tip.
Hello, I'm Max McCash from Leland High School, and I'm here to bring you this week's South County Chrysler driving tip. Don't think all the attention paid to teens driving more safely is a joke. This is serious. Between 5,000 and 7,500 teens are killed each year in the United States because of traffic crashes. Pay attention and be careful when you drive. You don't want to become the next statistic.
Coming up, our second block construction blockbuster game is Menlo Atherton and Mills.
And this ain't no joke. It's St. Mary's and St. Patrick's next.
The #1 Hellcat dealer in the world, South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, is announcing the all-new Get Your Hellcat deal for just $569 per month plus tax. Get your bird. That's not all. We're the #1 Pacifica hybrid dealer in the country, and we're offering a $4,000 discount on every single Pacifica 8-passenger in stock. Go green and save green. Over 900 vehicles on sale, so make the right decision in 2018. Join the Brotherhood of Muscle. Start something new with the #1 dealer in the USA, South County Chrysler Jeep Dodge Fiat Ram in Gilroy.
The Rikus Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
First National Bank,
the family bank. Back at Levi Stadium with the CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, 3 teams with 2-0 records at the top of the Peninsula League's South Division.
That's right, 2 of those teams, Mills and Menlo Atherton, meeting this week. It's our Block Construction CCS Blockbuster game. Our Kiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
In the Peninsula South League, there are 3 teams tied for first place with a 2-0 record: Sequoia, Mills, and Menlo Atherton. Tonight, the MA Bears and the Mills Vikings fight for the top. For MA, keep an eye out for junior James Beckwith. The 6'3" guard is averaging 11 points per game, shooting 43% from the field. The Vikings are led by some young talent this year. Junior Colby Vasquez and sophomore Michael Matsuno are the top scorers for Mills, averaging each about 14 points per game. It's Menlo Atherton at Mills. It should be a good one. That's why it's our Block Construction Blockbuster game.
We start this one with some Mills defense that leads to offense. Julius Atkins cuts off a pass. Nick Broqua picks the ball up and feeds a perfect pass to Colby Vasquez, who puts it away and gets the and one. Vikings up 10-3. Mills offense with a hot start. Here's Vasquez to Broqua to Atkins down low, and he banks it in for the 3-point play and 14-point lead. But the Bears cut their deficit to 10 as Justin Anderson takes this one all the way to the rack. Second quarter, it's more Vikings offense as Nick Broqua creates space and pulls up for 2. But MA gets to work. Javonte Hill with the bounce pass inside to Will Beasley, and he gets the and one. MA pulls within 6 at the half. Third quarter, MA keeps working. Hill finds Bradley Stillman, and the captain drains the 3 here. But Mills comes right back. The shot is just a little off. Vasquez gets the rebound, and he fights his way to the rack, and that goes for 2. It's 35-25 Vikings, and Mills continues to play hard. Atkins with the nice rebound pass to Broqua, who shows off his 20/20 vision as he finds Michael Matsuno in the corner, drained. That's a 4-point play. More Vikings action. It's Vasquez to Broqua, back to Vasquez, back to Broqua, and the jumper goes. Mills up by 9 with 3 minutes to go, but the Bears make it a 2-point game. James Beckwith to Logan Faborowski for the alley-oop, but this one belongs to the Vikings, 56-53. Vasquez breaks down the win after the game.
They pressured the ball a lot. I mean, we handled it pretty good. We didn't turn it over too many times. But then we just handled the pressure really good and executed, got a lot of good shots off. This team, we have a great chemistry. Everybody respects each other so much. We have a lot of fun. We're always helping each other up, and that's why we have such good chemistry, and we're doing good right now.
In Millbrae with our blockbuster game, I'm Kiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Bruins cheer squad showing great support in tonight's game. SPSV will get things started as Jake Elizalde with the rebound and the putback to give his team a 5-2 lead. St. Mary's answers right back. Demiri Lindo drives the lane and throws it up high off the glass for 2. The Panthers still keeping their momentum. Robert Wood passes to Lindo, then inside to Jason Roach to pull ahead 13-10. Second quarter now of a close game. Akil Edwards with a tough shot to dodge 3 defenders as the Bruins trail by 2. Late in the first half, the Panthers come right back with Roach draining this 3-ball to tie the game at 22-all. But SPSV will take the lead with Merv Kenyon finding Edwards, who makes an unbelievable shot, and it's a 27-22 Bruins lead. The Panthers climbing right back in the second half. Dylan Watts fakes the shot, no-look pass inside to Lindo as St. Mary's trails by just 3. Moving ahead of the fourth quarter where the Bruins start to pull away. Edwards dishes this inside to the big man Deshaun Jackson for the lay-in. Last minute of play now, SPSV dodges the press, and Jalen Scott slings it to Jackson again, who goes up strong for 2, and St. Patrick St. Vincent wins it, 57-47, the final.
The Harker School honors athletes who perform well in the classroom every week. This week's Scholar Athlete is Burlingame basketball star Jordan Kanaya. The sophomore guard is awesome on the court and in the classroom with a 4.0 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates 6 Harker seniors named top 300 in the 2018 Regeneron Science Talent Search. Amy Dunphy, Amy Jin, Jimmy Lin, Rajiv Mawa, Eleanor Zhao, and Justin Ji are now eligible to be among the 40 finalists who will head to Washington, D.C. in March for the finals. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Once again this season, Adobe brings us great tips on how you can improve your highlight reels and team videos.
Here's this week's Adobe tip.
Once you have a graphics format you like, you can save that format to the cloud. There, other people in your group can access these templates and use them in their projects. You can place a new folder to house the graphics in the Essential Graphics box, which lives in the cloud. Then whenever anyone wants to access these in your community, just log in and drag and drop the graphic on your timeline and change it to match your project. It's a new way to use Adobe products to make your team video or highlight reel better than all the rest. Coming up, two of the Bay Area's best teams battle at the top of the West Catholic League as St. Ignatius meets St. Francis.
And girls soccer with Monte Vista and Amador Valley. But first, here's this week's World Games Top 10 Boys Basketball Poll.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. And by the Sereno Group. Here for good.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
Hi, my name's Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Back at Levi Stadium with the St. Francis Lancers undefeated in league play to start the week. The Lancers feature Cincinnati-bound point guard Logan Johnson. He is a good one.
The Wildcats from SI have a very talented guard of their own with Darian Trammell, and he's having a great season for the Wildcats. Two of the very best guards in the nation facing off as St. Francis hosts St. Ignatius Friday night.
Here comes Logan Johnson flying into a big crowd on hand on Friday night. The Lancers off to a fast start. Johnson to Roy Yuan way beyond the arc, and that's a long three for Roy. The Lancers extending their lead. Here's Johnson driving and avoiding the defender and scoring. That's what he does. Late first quarter now, and Johnson showing his range, nailing the three. It's a 22-12 Lancer lead after one. But SI fights back in the second. Quick pass out to Brandon Beckman, who nails the three, part of a big second quarter for Beckman. Here he is again, splitting defenders and goes with the left hand for a spectacular bucket to tie the game. Second half, here he is again, my boy Roy with another long three. Yuan is a steely-eyed three-point making machine. The Lancers extending their lead in the third. Johnson with an acrobatic two. Roy, do not shoot from there, it's too far. Great shot, Roy. Another three for Yuan, and the Lancers are back up by 9. Darian Trammell willing his team back into this game, freeing himself for three there, then breaking down the defense, driving a wild fadeaway one-hander, and then Breckman over to Trammell for a long three, and it's a three-point game again late in the fourth, but the Lancers extend from there. It's my boy Roy one more time, Yuan from way out. Are you kidding me? As St. Francis remains undefeated in league and will meet undefeated Bellarmine next week.
Both Amador Valley and Monte Vista unbeaten headed into this Wednesday night match. Kicking things off with a Mustang possession, Megan Edelman, 30 yards out, and she slips it in the corner. She'd score another goal 6 minutes later, 2-0 MV after 10. Approaching the half, same score, Amador Valley keeper Bailey Alvarez-Walls with the physical save to keep her team within reach. After the half now, Monte Vista was not done. Hannah Delchik in front of the net. She feeds Erica Braun for her 5th goal of the season. 4 minutes later, Lily Arbabaragi with some room to run, and with one big kick, she finds the back of the net to put her team up by 4. And the Mustangs not letting up. It's Faith Leung to Delchik, and she slips it past the keeper for the 5th goal of the night. These Mustangs are powerful. 5 minutes later, the Dons are trying to get something going here. Mally Smith goes for the kill, but Jules Gerdner is there with the save as the Monte Vista Mustangs stay unbeaten in league play. Now 5-0-1 in the East Bay League. Edelman with 2 goals.
The Newark Memorial girls soccer team is having a great season.
The girls meeting with 99.7 Now Strawberry at the Rikus Center to talk about it.
Hey, we're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. I'm surrounded by the Cougars of Newark Memorial. This is the soccer team, and they're on a hot streak. Give it up for yourselves, ladies. Let's talk to Kristen real quick. Last season, this squad is used to going to the NCS, but last season, first time in a long time, you got to the second round.
Yeah, it was a great feeling. We worked very hard for it, and it paid off.
And you kind of felt the momentum going that way? You knew that was your destiny?
Yeah, correct. We really wanted to make second round.
Okay, and I think we're going to go back there this year. That's what Priscilla is telling me. You guys are off to a hot streak, 9-1 right now. Right. What happened with Granada?
So with Granada, it was a really tough game. It was like head-to-head. The last 5 minutes, we were able to score 1-0, and that's what led us to our win.
And you already know now that, you can make it a second round of NCS. That's the goal for this team.
Right, that's the goal, and hopefully we can make it to round 3. Last year was round 2. My sophomore year was round 1. So, yeah, hopefully we can make it to round 3 this year.
Little redemption.
Yes, exactly.
All right, go for it. Let's talk to Laura. Busy girl. How many different schools want a piece of you for next year? You were telling me all the phone calls you're fielding.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to many schools, but then I chose to go with Irvine.
Yeah, you're going to be an anteater?
Yeah.
And then what about the national team? Let's brag about the national team who's knocking on your door.
Yeah, I was called up for the UAT and U.S. national team back in summer. And then also for Mexico, I was called up.
So while you're off into the sunset next year, is Newark Memorial in good hands for next year? When you leave the squad, they're in good hands?
Yeah, I think so. We have a couple of young players who have great potential.
And coach is showing them what to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. All right, my name is Strawberry. I'm on the radio every night at 99.7 now. These are the Cougars of Newark Memorial. Take it away, ladies.
Yeah.
DG presents the Be Happy play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy play comes from the Gunderson Grizzlies soccer team. It's Jason Yanez firing a rocket into the back of the net to seal the victory for the Grizzlies, and they were very, very, very happy about it and are probably thinking, hey, this is the Be Happy play. Well, they're right. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion play of the week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Reka Center.
Hey there, my name is Coach Lex from the Reka Center, and today's training tip is the lateral lunge. Great for lower body strength, glute activation, and knee stability. You're going to have your athlete go ahead and start from standing. You're going to step out to the side wider than your shoulder, sit back onto your hip. We're looking for alignment between your knee and your heel. Go ahead, step back together. Step out again. We're pushing, activating from our heel, chest up. Go ahead, step together. You can do this for 8 to 10 reps. And then repeat on the other side. To progress this exercise, you can either do a hang or a goblet with a med ball or a weight.
The winner of the Service by Medallion play of the week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi Stadium.
We'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's play of the week.
Play of the week.
Here's Menlo Atherton's James Beckwith inbound alley-oop to Loban Faberowski. That was fabulous. I don't think it's a word. Josh Jefferson, a couple of great dunks for Salesian. That one was the best. Oscar Toulé for Mitty, a terrific goal here and support from his local Fish. Brandon Beckman, a terrific up and under left-handed bucket for St. Ignatius. That was nice. Here's Nate Robinson for Los Lomas giving it up and getting it back for a big-time alley-oop rip. But keep your eye on the goalie for this week's play of the week. A spectacular play by Kaylin Adams. Take a look again. The header goes at her. She tips it up into the air, then saves it just before it hits the goal line. Kaylin Adams from Liberty High School with the play of the week. That's the play of the week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week as we meet the Fremont soccer player finding a home with his team. We'll see you then.